So I want you guys to think about this. In what society or at what point in time has someone who is healthy and is not showing any signs of any types of sickness still told to stay away from us who are fully vaccinated? You realize that's where we're at? People who are normal, healthy, functioning human beings are being told to stay away from those that are vaccinated. So, as we look at this story, I mean, it's good the NBA doesn't mandate a vaccine for the sickness. But, guys, what they are doing and what society at large is doing, which is the most troubling part, is creating a two-class tier system. You have the vaccinated versus the not vaccinated, the haves and the have-nots. It's basically that at this point. Because think about what I just said. At what point in time, in what society, how does this make sense? Where you are healthy, you don't show any symptoms, but because you don't have the same vaccine status as me, you're not allowed to sit by me. You have to sit far away from me. I don't want you to sit by me because me and you, we don't have the same vaccine status. Guys, I've heard examples of this current time resembling Jim Crow law, and I have yet to hear an argument that would prove that false. I really believe that this whole push for mandated medicine is, and not just the push, the repercussions if you don't follow through with it. It's just like Jim Crow laws. Instead of it being racism, I mean, I don't even know what to call it. But if you don't subject yourself to the mainstream narrative health mandates, then you are a lower citizen. You are a second-class citizen. You can't come here. You can't come to this party. You can't sit next to me. You have to stay out of work longer than me. Even if you test negative for a certain sickness, the fact that you were merely exposed to someone who did, you have to stay far away. Guys, it's ridiculous at this point. And at what point in time are people going to realize that we can't just go out quietly? Like, we have to be willing to leave jobs, leave states, move to states that don't push this crap. But I'm a little ahead of myself, and I just had to get that off my chest. This is ridiculous. At this point, it's ridiculous that we have a society that we think of 2020. We went through 2020 and we said the liberals and the far leftists and people who have no knowledge of, the talking points. They hear a good talking point. Yeah, I'm for justice. But we went through a whole year. We went through a whole year talking about equity and equality. And we turn around in 2021, and because of a sickness, now it's okay to treat people unequally. It's okay to not care about equity. If all because of a status, a health status, and not sick, not sick. No, it's, have you taken your medicine or not? If you haven't taken your medicine, go sit over there. If you have taken your medicine, you may partake. Guys, but before we go any further, make sure you, if you already haven't, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime I make a video. And we got to talk about this story because there's good news, I guess, but there's just more bad news. Honestly, this story, you would think it would be, oh man, look what the NBA did. Surprising. But then when you look at what the unvaccinated person has to go through, it's like, wow, they are taking our freedoms away one by one. And it's like people don't care. It's like people don't care, or you're going for it. You're like, yes, they should do this. They should be mandated for this. But guys, look at this story right here. So coming from CBS, the NBA will not be required. Well, NBA players will not be required for the vaccine. All right. Now, that does sound like good news. But I want to bring your attention to this because this article, I really don't care about this article. This article is stupid to me. It's just saying the obvious. We know the NBA decided not to go ahead and mandate a vaccine. But this is the real part that is troublesome. So if you're a person who decides to opt out, you have to be subjected to strict protocols for unvaccinated players. Now, just how strict are we talking about? What do we mean by strict? What do we mean by strict? All right, ESPN describes it for us. Unvaccinated NBA players will have lockers as far away as possible from their vaccinated teammates and will have to eat, fly, and ride buses in different sections as part of the league's anticipated safety protocols. Safety, the NBA's safety protocols. So I'm going to say that again. If you're unvaccinated, you will have lockers. You will have lockers that are as far away. Again, I have to say this again. At what point in time has two people, both healthy, both testing negative for a sickness, but yet person one, because they've taken their medicine, they get to be on the certain bus, be in a certain part of the locker room, enjoy all the perks of being on the team. Person two, because they haven't taken their medicine, according to ESPN, they have to stay as far away as possible. NBA players will have lockers as far away as possible from their vaccinated teammates and will have to eat, fly, ride buses in different sections. My goodness, it just sounds like Jim Crow all over again, but substitute race for a medicine status, not even a health status. So that's the bad news, guys. I mean, that's the bad news. The bad news is even if you're able to fight against a mandate, the way that society is moving is pro-discrimination. Like I said earlier, all 2020, we talked about discrimination this, systemic racism that, yada, yada, yada. But now in 2021, it's okay to discriminate because these anti-vaxxers should not partake in regular life. And even though these NBA players are healthy, they should still stay far, far away from those who have taken their medicine because of safety. Guys, it's disgusting, it's ridiculous, and this is the bad news. And this is what the media has brainwashed people into believing that I mean, real quick story. I was at work last week, I think 2 weeks ago, actually. I was at work 2 weeks ago and I was overhearing a coworker talk about the vaccine. And this coworker was proud that they got the vaccine. And not just being proud, this coworker was, flexing his muscles, talking about how everybody else needs to go get it. You need to go get this vaccine. And the people that don't get this vaccine, this is what this coworker said. I have no tolerance for them. I have no patience for them. They need to just go ahead and get the vaccine. And I'm sitting there just listening. I don't add my 2 cents. I don't add anything. I'm just listening and I just move on. And what I took away from that was, man, this coworker was so he was so convicted that people like me are the problem. People like me should be looked at as the problem when in fact you took your medicine, right? I mean, if you took your medicine and your medicine works, why do you care about what medicine I take? But that's besides the point. The real point is the media has pumped this narrative so much that they have tricked people into being pro discrimination based on medicine. They have tricked people into being pro discrimination based on did you get your shots or not. So that's the bigger issue, and that's the real bad news, is that we live in a country where people feel empowered to discriminate against other people, to look down on other people because their health choices don't align. And it's sickening to see a group of people be so, just, what's the word, committed to casting away your fellow American citizens, all because of this overhyped news pitch about medicine that should be taken or not. So, guys, overall, I see where this is going. I see the painting on the wall. I think under this administration, there really is nothing you can do in a blue state, which is why I think the only answer to things like this is leave the blue state, get to a red state, a real red state, come to a state where the politicians are fighting against mandates. No, you can't force a mandate. All right, look for states like that. But that's my only solution right now, is try to find people that are in your corner in the political realm that will fight against you, because all the powers that be are coming against you. And the minority in this category is people that are against mandates. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave that right there. As you can see, I'm very just I think the word is discouraged, and like, reality is setting in that we're moving towards a two-class system where you used to be looked down upon based on your race, but now you're looked down upon because of your medicine status. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that right there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified anytime I make a video.